Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Thank you for joining us today. Bacon lovers beware. Consuming higher amounts of red meat, especially processed varieties, is linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia. That explains a lot of things. Replacing red meat with healthier alternatives such as nuts, fish, and poultry not only lowers the risk of dementia, but also decelerates cognitive aging, suggesting potential adjustments to dietary guidelines for better brain health. People who consume more red meat, especially processed varieties like bacon, sausage, bologna, face a higher risk of cognitive decline and dementia compared to those who eat very little, according to a study published in the January 15th issue of Neurology, the Journal of the American Academy of Neurology. Would you like to know more?
Okay, so this is a quote. Red meat is high in saturated fat and has been shown in previous studies to increase the risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease, which are both linked to reduced brain health, says a study author Dong Wang, MD and SCD of Brigham and Williams Hospital in Boston.
Oh.
Our study found processed red meat may increase the risk of cognitive decline and dementia, but the good news is that it is also found that replacing it with healthier alternatives like nuts, fish, and poultry may reduce a person's risk.
Okay, so hold on. Bacon is the only thing that Cameron will eat without any argument whatsoever. We don't have to beg. We don't have to argue. We don't have to negotiate. He'll take it and he'll eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Has he ever eaten turkey bacon?
No.
Have you ever eaten turkey bacon?
Yes, I have. So I'm having a hard time, like you said before the segment, how does bacon count as processed red meat? I mean, it's straight off the pig, right? It's pork.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that maybe the reason it's getting a bad rap is because it's probably 90% fat.
Yeah, but the fat cooks off, man. You save that later for when you cook up potatoes, yeah, or anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Believe me, I'm the last person to bag on bacon. It's very tasty, but it's really got a lot of fat in it. And again, like I said, what you were talking about when before we got on, process to me means that you're grinding it or you're changing the form of it, like sausage or
even
ground hamburger.
Even if you took, like, let's say I shoot a moose or an elk, and I grind that meat up, that doesn't make it now worse or less healthy.
No, I don't know. Other than,
I might be adding suet pork, suet fat. Is that going to make it worse?
I know that they say that you have to. Because I know some people that eat like if they'll go to a restaurant and they order a hamburger or a sirloin burger or something, and they'll say, "Hey, I want it cooked medium rare or rare." I've heard and I've read that that's not good. Any processed meat you should cook well done because of the processing, meaning it's going through a grinder or it's going through some kind of a process to get to its form. Or if you take a steak, it's only been cut on two sides, right? 2 or 3 sides. And so there's less apt for
introduction of foreign.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The slicing machine or the knife wasn't clean or whatever. But you're obviously cooking a steak on 2 sides usually. And so that should take care of that. But you can't cook a hamburger all the way through because it's in a patty form or whatever, ground up, even like if you use it in spaghetti sauce or stroganoff or any other kind of dish.
Yeah, those sound so good right now. So wasn't there was just a plant that got shut down, and I can't remember the name of it because of a listeria outbreak. It had insects found in there, condensation dripping down, previous meat still on the tools that they use, that like they didn't clean it, or
Yeah,
Sorry, I
well,
can't. If you guys think of the name of that plant, please put it in the comments for us.
that's one way to go from making ourselves hungry by talking about this food to maybe what not wanting to eat that meat for a while, ground meat or whatever for a while.
Yeah,
But
yeah. All right, so to examine the risk of dementia, researchers included a group of 133,771 people. Wow, that's an exact number there, with an average age of 49 who did not have dementia at the start of the study. They followed up for 43 years, making that the average 92. Some probably died during the study. Of this group, 11,173 people developed dementia. That's 10%, less than 10% of them,
yeah,
more like 8%. Participants completed a food diary every 2 to 4 years. Well, that's not too accurate there. Listing what they ate and how often. Researchers define processed red meat as bacon, hot dogs, sausages, salami, bologna, and other processed meat products. So that throws pizza out. My Friday night pizza. I thought that the pizza is like the basis of the food pyramid with dairy, breads, meats, but we were lied to. Pizza is
yeah,
not on the food pyramid.
yeah. I mean, we don't eat a lot of hot dogs. I mean, when the kids come over, the grandkids come over,
Yeah,
they
it's a
do.
staple. Every kid eats hot dogs.
Yeah, they used to like hot dogs, but not so much anymore. But most hot dogs that people think about because it's an inexpensive food, right, are like pork byproducts or chicken or turkey hot dogs.
Or
Not too,
insects. Yeah.
not too many people buy all beef hot dogs because they're kind of pricey, but that's would be the hot dog of my choice. And I cook stuff
All
on a
beef.
flat top griddle, you know, and it's gross. I mean, it's one step above boiling a hot dog in a pot of water. It's just it unless it's an all beef hot dog, it's just gross. I just can't see anybody that would boil a piece of meat that's not even maybe all meat. I don't know. Who knows what gets picked up off the floor? Hot dog.
So they define unprocessed red meat as beef, pork, lamb, and hamburger. Okay. A
Yeah.
serving of red meat is 3 ounces, about the size of a deck of cards. Researchers calculated how much red meat participants ate on average per day.
Yeah. So for processed red meat, they divided participants into three groups. The low group ate an average of fewer than, what is that, 10%?
Point one servings. Yep.
0.10 servings
Uh-huh.
uh, per day, which, if you think about it, well, and then the medium group ate between 0.10 and 0.24. So 24, what would that be? Like a quarter, one of your, like if you ate 4 meals, that'd be one meals you ate that. And then the
Yeah,
high
I guess.
0.25 or more servings per day.
So you
So
think a fourth of a deck card, 1/4, that's your meat for the day.
yeah,
That's like prison rations, man. Come on, man.
if you think about it, I mean, I like red meat. I like to eat a nice piece of red meat. Um, and I like chicken, but I don't eat that. I don't eat chicken and red meat every meal. I may go a few days without eating red meat. I don't think I've had red meat for a couple of days now that I think about it.
Huh.
And it's been days since we've had red meat.
Huh.
So, and
How do
I
you
don't
feel?
some people. I know my grandson. Okay, my grandson just started junior high, and I asked him what he eats for lunch: hamburger, cheeseburger. I said, every day? Every day. That's all I'm eating. Cheeseburger. So I don't know. That would probably, he eats 3 meals a day, I'm thinking. So he would probably be in that higher group of eating. But again, and then that's processed meat. That's not like cutting off a piece of tri-tip or a steak or brisket or something like that. So I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, after adjusting for factors such as age, sex, and other risk factors for cognitive decline, researchers found that participants in the high group had a 13% higher risk of developing dementia compared to those in the low group. For unprocessed red meat, researchers compared people who ate an average of less than 1/2 serving per day to people who ate one or more servings per day, and it did not find difference in dementia risk. So
I
again,
don't know.
how often do you eat red meat? Just
Like every other day.
really?
Yeah.
Like hamburger?
Sometimes 2-3 days in a row. Well, like Friday night pizza, like a hamburger.
What
I'm gonna fry up.
on your pizza?
That's got pepperoni and Italian sausage and bacon. It's got to have those three. I'm a meat lover, and it's got to have those three right there. I don't care about the Canadian bacon. I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
Just if I come over and you're gonna order pizza, I'm a meat lover. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. To measure subjective cognitive decline, researchers looked at a different group of 43,966 participants with an average age of 78. Subjective cognitive decline is when a person reports memory and thinking problems before any decline is large enough to show up on standard tests. The subjective cognitive decline group took surveys rating their own memory and thinking skills twice during the study. I'll roll the dice and take that 13% if I can keep eating my bacon. You know what I'm saying? I'll roll the dice.
Well, I think you probably have to factor in other stuff too, right? So are you eating, and I know you aren't, but are you drinking wine with your red meat? Are you alcohol?
No.
Are you slapping on the potatoes with your red meat?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of factors. So anyway, after adjusting for factors such as age, sex, and other risk factors for cognitive decline, researchers found that participants who ate an average of 0.25 servings or more per day of processed red meat at a 14% higher risk of subjective cognitive decline compared to those who ate an average of fewer than 0.10 servings per day. Now, I don't know, how do you come up with that? What do you have, like a slice of pepperoni, like your
slice? Yeah.
I mean,
or that summer sausage, just half of the summer sausage, maybe that's your 1/10.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
I mean, they have to factor that over. Who in there? It's like a Lay's potato chip, man. You can't eat one slice of pepperoni or one slice of a.
That's
something.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What
about the people in Hawaii? I mean, they eat Spam like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Spam.
Yeah.
Well, that's the jury's out on that, whether that's real meat. So I don't even know if that's considered processed. So anyway, they also found people who ate one or more servings. My wife is looking at me right now because she's Polynesian. So they also found people who ate one or more servings of unprocessed red meat per day had a 60% higher risk of subjective cognitive decline compared to people who ate less than half servings per day.
So I can do games and mental stuff that will increase my cognitive function to offset that, 16%. Yeah. I'm not giving up bacon, folks, or beef franks.
We'll put that in your eulogy.
I'll give up bologna. No problem.
Yeah, we'll make sure we put that in your eulogy. He wouldn't give up bacon.
Hey, if I'm gonna burn as a flame, I'm gonna burn bright and brilliant, man. You know what I'm saying?
And have a good taste in your mouth.
That's right. Yeah. To measure objective cognitive function, researchers looked at a different group of 17,458 female participants with an average age of 74. Objective cognitive function is how well your brain works to remember, think, and solve problems. This group took memory and thinking tests 4 times during the study. After adjusting for factors such as age, sex, and other risk factors for cognitive decline, researchers found that eating higher processed red meat was associated with faster brain aging in global cognition with 1.61 years with each additional serving per day, and verbal memory with 1.69 years with each additional serving per day. I don't even know what that means.
Man, I'm glad I wasn't involved in this survey.
1.7 years. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Social Security is going to be gone by then, so just box me up and put my medals on my chest. Tell my wife I did my best.
And he loved his bacon.
Right.
Finally, researchers found that replacing one daily serving of processed red meat with a serving of nuts, legumes, legumes was linked to a 19% lower risk of dementia and a 1.37 fewer years of cognitive aging. That's, I don't know if that's anything. Substituting red meat with fish lowered dementia risk by 28%, while replacing it with chicken reduced the risk by 16%.
Okay, I can do that. I'm willing to commit to that.
You can eat chicken over bacon?
Not over as a supplement, like, instead of occasionally.
Take your chicken breast and wrap it with bacon?
Oh, I could do that too.
There you go. Reducing how much red meat a person eats and replacing it with other protein sources and plant-based options could be included in the dietary guidelines to promote cognitive health, said Wang. More research is needed to assess our findings in more diverse groups.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need more research. Don't be shooting from the hip on this.
The study's scope was primarily limited to white healthcare professionals, which means the results may not fully apply to other racial, ethnic, or gender diverse groups.
So it's racist. This whole study is racist.
Well, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on. Just because you're a white healthcare professional doesn't mean they didn't break down those numbers, and those are some pretty big numbers. What was that, like almost 44,000 people, right?
This is proof that I don't have any privilege. I don't have any privilege. I'm gonna die from eating my bacons.
130, almost 134,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Good study. But anything that's going to help you with cognitive health is okay with me.
Let us know, folks, if you incorporate legumes and nuts and into your diets. Give us some ideas so Steve can live a longer, healthier, happier life.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I went to a restaurant and they said, "Would you like steak or would you like a peanut?" If you're going to get get an option.
Well, if you're in Georgia, they might offer that.
Yeah, how are you going to cook that peanut for me?
You could roast it. You could boil it.
And then you're going to have to worry about people that you're with that may have peanut allergies. So I don't know of anybody that's allergic to steak. Anyway,
well, legumes. That's Jacob's twin sold his birthright for legume, some soup.
Okay, what is that like? Split peas?
Yeah, split peas. Split peas.
Yeah,
soup.
I'll eat peas in whole form, but you're not splitting them and putting them in a soup. I'm not into that. They got to change the color. So,
all right, friends, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the morning. Hope you enjoyed this segment.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.